Hello everyone, my name is Mitchell Bates, and today we will be talking about the war between ISIS and the United States.
Okay, so first we're going to start off with some background information on ISIS itself. ISIS, also known as the Islamic State, was a terrorist group that formed around the time of the fall of Al-Qaeda. Al-Zarqawi, who was the leader of Al-Qaeda, was killed on June 7th of 2006 by a U.S. airstrike. And right around that time is when the Islamic State was formed and actually officially announced and recognized. The goal of the group, understood by outsiders, is to institute a caliphate, which is a religious state, and put a religious leader in place to lead the government and the church, the way we would see it, and then Sharia law. And Sharia law is Islamic law from the 8th century. And if you've ever seen or done any research on this, you know that it's very, very strict religious law. Executions and things like that are not uncommon due to breaking Sharia law. The police pretty much have free reign in whatever they do, and basically it's just complete religious domination of the people. The group itself is known for large-scale terrorist attacks on major cities, major countries, and where they have instituted this caliphate and Sharia law. It's very, very common to hold massive public executions, not only for people that denounce them, but also for people who, break that law, and then they deal with that way. Once the Islamic State idealism started to take hold in the Middle East, they gained control very fast just because people wanted to see an Islamic government put back in place where everybody knew that they were the boss and nobody could mess with them. Some info to start us off on the war on terror. The Islamic State is responsible for 90 attacks in 21 different countries with a death toll above 1,400 deaths. It's been understood that the entire world has felt the blow of ISIS. I mean, even when they attack a single country, there are many tourists and things around. They do it in very public places. There's nothing subtle about it. They are there to make a presence. They are there to make a statement, and so they make the mess. They go to the most populated areas and make the most damage they can. The most recent kind of update on the war with ISIS is President Trump ordered the largest non-nuclear weapon available to be used against the group in April, and that confirmed 94 kills on ISIS militants. Okay, so the two different main kinds of war, total war and limited war. Total war is defined as war aimed to make another country, state, enemy completely surrender, versus limited war, which is defined as war aimed to stop another state from doing something, completing an action, completing a transgression, something like that. So when you look at the situation with the Islamic State and the United States, or the Islamic State and the world, it's kind of understood that they're so extreme that if you went with a limited war approach and you just tried to stop them from doing something, they would do another thing. So the entire world has really adopted the total war approach, which is to eliminate the Islamic State if at all possible, and then not have to worry about that secondary action that would take another limited war action to resolve. Okay, so looking at this through several levels of analysis, first we stop at the interstate level, and we look at the concept of realism, where the United States as an entity has to take preventative measures and sometimes has to attack to prevent being attacked. That's their main goal. And you can look through that what they call the war on terror and analyze what's going on and tell that right now the U.S. is just on a preventative scale, just trying to prevent attacks from happening in the homeland. If we were really serious about eliminating ISIS, then we would have many more boots on the ground. We would be pouring much more money into it. And then you move to the global level of analysis and you look at it, and there's a threat of escalation. So if ISIS continues to carry out these attacks on different countries, and they up the scale a little bit more, or it keeps going persistently and persistently, there is a threat of this entire conflict escalating to nuclear war. It's hard to say, when or where that might happen, but there is that possibility. And there's also the threat of more actors in the situation, just besides the U.S. and ISIS. So if they continue to attack other people, more people are going to want to interfere. And once that happens, it gets much more difficult to correlate everyone's views and correlate what everyone should be doing, and there's the possibility for many mistakes. Okay, thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully this helped explain the situation between ISIS and the United States and brought you to a new level of enlightenment through what you've seen today.